Okay, all right. So very good afternoon, Arun. How are you?
I'm good, Minal. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll start with our mock session, mock interview.
Okay. Yep.
So can you please brief me about your current roles and responsibilities?
Yes. So I'm currently working as a business analyst for Meter Tech Hyderabad. So I'm working on a product called Team Connect, which is based on legal operations, automating the legal operations in the MNCs. So my daily roles and responsibilities include requirement gathering from the client and documenting it in form of rule spec document or in BRE, and yeah, making the documents, translating it to, and yeah, giving to the development team for the development, and then managing the whole requirement life cycle. Prior to that, I have done my BTech in CS Computer Science and MBA in Global Business. I started my career as a QA. So I worked for BFSI domain projects, and after that, I moved to PA, and I have also worked in one of the startups based on introducing the loyalty program in the hospitality industry in London. And there I was working as a management consultant intern. So I worked on the product front, defining the features of the product and defining the subscription cost of the product. Later on, we developed the marketing strategy, and then we kind of market it with in to the nearby restaurants and the pubs, and yeah, all those things. So a bit about that's all about myself.
Okay, all right. So now I have a question for you. So suppose you are working as a product manager in one of the music company
Mhm.
called Wow Music, and they are going to launch this product right from the scratch. Okay, so as a product manager, how will how will you go and just create a MVP for this? Can you just brief me about it?
Yep, sure. So just to understand the question clearly, so we have to create a 0 to 1 product for a music
Yes.
company called Wow,
Yeah.
and I have to design an MVP for that.
Yes. So, what all steps that you will follow, or what will be your strategy in this case?
Yeah. So the very first thing I'll do is try to I'll do the market research. I'll see what are my direct competitors, indirect competitors, and alternate. So currently, if we look in the market, so Bajao.com or the Yamaha Music, Amazon, they all sell the music products. So like let's say guitar or tabla or harmonium, anything. So they all sell. Okay, so we are selling the music instruments, right? Or we are what kind of music company it is?
No instruments, but only music.
Okay, only music. So creating a music or
No, not creating the music, but you will be the distributor, just like a Spotify.
oh, okay, just like a Spotify. Okay, so um, Ghana.com, Spotify, all those things. Okay, so yeah, coming back to the question. So I have to develop a product for a music company which is distributing the music like Spotify.
Yes.
Now we need to understand what is what people are liking right now in the music industry. So if we look at the Spotify, they are giving free. They have freemium model and the premium model, where the premium model consists of ads and premium model doesn't consist ad and some additional things. Um, and people, okay, okay, give me a minute, please. Uh,
Yeah, take your time.
So, do you have any specific requirement for the app?
Um, Specific as in, see, like, what I'm looking forward to is you are going to launch the MVP where you're going to distribute the music. That's the basic requirement I have. So
Mhm.
I want to understand your strategy. How will you go and, think about the initial stage of that product? That's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, okay. So here, like, if we have to launch a MVP for a music industry, for an app, for a product in music industry, we'll just simply put down we'll just simply develop an app uh, which will have different genres of music, let's say pop music or local music or rock, jazz, all those kind of, and it will be, and thereafter we'll have a dashboard uh, where uh, where the end users can see the different genres of music, uh, and at different category level if they'll also be able to download the music and save it if they are not online. And uh, so with the dashboard, yep, I think pretty much this much. I'm not sure what exactly to look for.
Okay, all right.
uh you there, Minil?
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. So sorry. So consider the same application that, consider this, the Wow music is already in place. You have launched the, MVP. So now you will be actually going to start working on that product, right? So, I mean, as a product manager, you get the requirements, multiple
Mhm.
requirements that you want to launch this feature, second feature, third feature, and many more. So as a PM, how will you prioritize those tasks? Can you
Okay,
help me understand that?
yeah. So once I have launched the MVP, so I will have a data points where I'll get to know um what kind of music people are liking actually. Thereafter, if I have some features to develop, with like 2 to 3 features, first of all I look which feature will bring business to the company. Second feature, which second that goes on the first priority. Second thing, which has the higher and the lower impact on the product, and which features can increase the customer base or have more down can have more users on the product. So according to these factors, I will prioritize the features.
Are you sure? I mean, just by considering these factors, how will you justify that? I mean, the how much revenue that particular feature is going to bring? Any calculations that you can bring in front of me?
Mhm. Okay, so for example, for example, uh, if I have a feature which says that users will get pass or can have an entry to the virtual concert of any singers on or that, and let's say users getting pass for virtual concerts. Now this is going to bring some business to the company, and the other feature would be Um, uh, um, yeah, other feature would be users. Yeah, other data point can be users love to, uh, create. User love to play. They simultaneously they want to play same music in a party at the same time, and multiple users will should be able to. No, not this one. Just yeah, users will be virtual concerts, and
So any particular approach or any particular prioritization technique that you will use over here?
yeah, so we can have like different prioritization techniques like a Moscow analysis and Moscow, and then there is a called, you know weighting techniques. But what I'm looking forward is, I'm looking at the I look at the data, and I look at what is the requirement of the end users, and which can bring business to the company. So that is how I'm going to prioritize. So if you can help me with some hypothetical situation, it would be easier for me.
So basically, hypothetical situation is that, consider that, this music app that you have launched. Now, what exactly you are looking forward to is people should buy a subscription.
Mhm.
That's how
Yes,
you will get the revenue, right? So now
yes,
people are just visiting your website and your application or that particular feature, but they're not actually buying it. So how will you make sure that people will buy it, and how will you prioritize this? Can you just give me some factors based on that, that you will bring more and more people or more and more customer to your particular feature or particular page, and that way, what kind of feature that you will bring, or you will bring it over there, and how will you prioritize that?
yes. So if you are looking at the premium model of the to generate revenue, right? So the first thing which comes to my mind is users should not be able to see ads. They should have a seamless experience of listening music. Another thing should be like
And sorry to interrupt, maybe second scenario I can give you, the vernacular experience, like the language preference. Most of the people assuming that they don't understand English, so you are just giving the vernacular experience. So these are two features that I have given to you. So how will you prioritize them?
okay. So if we talk about vernacular experience where we have to include the local language, so I believe that you're talking about launching the product in India itself, where we have lots of
Yes,
uh, lo-
multilingual client.
multilingual country. And if I have to talk about, generating the revenue and giving this experience, uh, I think most of the India, like half part of India, resides in North, and even uh, and most of them prefer the Bollywood music. So as of now, I can put this vernacular experience on hold, because uh, my customer base would be greater, and if they start, if we if we are putting just Hindi or English songs in place, then we can cover half of the India with our Hindi genre. And even if you're putting English songs, then even the South India can listen to that song, listen to English songs over Hindi songs. Right now I can put that on hold, and I can work forward to the subscription model, premium model, where we can start generating revenue. Once we are success with that, I'll we can add more songs on the based on the regional languages. Is it make sense?
Okay. Okay. All right. I got your point. So I have a next question for you. So
Mhm.
now Google Map. So most of us, I mean, you might have used the Google Map. Everybody is using it nowadays. So now Google Map is planning to launch a new version for schools. Okay.
New version for
School.
schools. Okay.
Yeah. So how will you design this particular feature? Can you help me with that?
So new version for schools, like what are they going to implement for the schools?
That's what I want to know. What should be the goal? Why they are launching a new version for schools? What will be their motto? Can you please think and tell me? Maybe I could help you on out after that.
Okay. Google Map for schools. So if I look at school, then the end users could be the staff, students, and thereafter, yeah, staff and students. And if I look at the implementation of Google Map in schools, I would say school bus would be the first. School bus driver conductors, they will be the first entity to use this map, because they need to pick up kids from different areas. And if I have to implement that, then I would implement a product which school bus can use, and they can reach school by you know in yeah, by keeping. Yes. Okay, got it. So if I have if I have if I'm implementing the Google Map for schools, then I can then bus conductors can have IDs of students, which is associated who which is IDs of students who want the bus services. And so when they start from the school in the morning, they can check for the IDs of, like, they can check with the IDs, they'll get to know the location of each students who are who want the bus services. And based on that, after they picked all the students, and they can choose the choose the path which has less traffic in order to reach the schools. So this will be the first requirement of implementing Google Map in the schools. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I got your point that your goal is defined. Okay, so who will be your target users? Can you just help me elaborate, or can you help me with that?
Yes. So target users would be school bus drivers and bus conductors,
Mm-hmm.
and they will have data, or they will have the IDs of students and the teachers who are who want the bus services.
Okay, got it. Uh, Anybody else that you're missing over here?
um, Usually it's just students and the teachers who wait for bus services.
Okay, all right. I mean, can you help me with the use cases related to these two personas?
Use case or the user story.
No, use cases I'm talking about.
Okay.
Why would you would have chosen this particular personas, and what will be the use cases associated to these two personas? Because at the end you're going to launch a feature, you're going to build something. So what are you going to build?
Mhm. Okay. Okay. The first use case would be um, whenever the bus conductor starts, bus conductors leaves the school in the morning or from his or her place in the morning. They should get a data on the dashboard. They should get a data on the dashboards of all the students and teachers which needs to be picked from their different areas. So whatever the maps I have, let's say if I have a map, I can have a pop-up of all these students or the teachers which uh, which are need to be picked up from different places. And also they should have the shorter. Okay, this should be the first one. The users for this would be bus conductor and the students and the teachers. And steps should be once I log into the uh, Google Map. And second would be um yeah, start the trip. And third would be mm, get the data on the dashboard. The data should be populated on the dashboard. And fourth should be the nearest path, no the easiest path, I would say the easiest path to reach all the students or these teachers or school.
Okay,
And yeah.
okay. So can you help me understand why you are launching with this new version? I mean, do you already have the Google Map in place? So considering that that you're going to launch a new feature, so what all things that you will incorporate in this new version which are missing in your existing Google Map?
So existing Google Map is a very generic one. So you'll get data and you'll get base which are very generic to the city. Whereas if I talk about this feature, the Google Map for school is a subset of Google Map, but altogether a different product for the school. So we can say it's a B2B product, which is specifically for schools, and it will have a data of the students, teachers, bus conductors, or the bus drivers, the bus number, uh, and only limited data, which will, and also the easiest path to reach all of them and the schools. So this will be a very specific product for the schools. And
Okay.
if I look at the generic Google Map, I will not have a data of students and teachers who needs to be picked up.
Any other thing that you could probably think from the security perspective?
From security perspective, uh, I can Like what security whose security is it? The data security of the students and teachers,
No,
or?
no, I'm not talking about data security. I'm saying uh, from the security perspective of children, because you are building something for children, right? For the students
Hmm.
who are under 18. So
Yeah.
their security matters, right? So what all factors that you will consider over here?
Okay. So looking at the security perspective for children, um, we need to look at the threats.
So let me help you with that. Are you going to put any emergency alarm or something like that? Or
Okay.
there any way to contact their parents in case of emergency?
Yeah.
Alert
So whenever,
system?
okay, so in that case, whenever a bus conductor clicks, okay, so this feature can work in a way. Let's say I have a path defined from point A to point B. Point B is our school, and there are three students I need to pick up from the path. So the pop-up which says if its color is green, that means the student is ready to get picked up from the school. If not, if it is red, then that means he or she is not going to school. And if it is, blue or something, then it means that the student is not yet ready for the school. It will take time. Now, looking at the security purpose, uh, this is how I'm going to have a data. So whenever, let's say if student is panicking and he's not feeling well, and before reaching the school, 1 kilometer he is panicking. So as a bus conductor, I will have a data. I will have a I will have a data of that student, and on the dashboard I can see, when I'll click on the icon or the profile of that student, I will have data of the contact number of his or her parents. I can call them, or depending on the situation, I can either call them, or um, I can inform the school that the kid needs, a medical emergency, or needs go to the hospital, or maybe some medical assistant at the school
Mhm.
itself. So depending on the data, I can inform people at various levels.
Okay, all right. So now can you help me understand what is your favorite product and why?
So this is my favorite product is LinkedIn, because I we get it's easier for us to use and have an insight of what's going on in the industry, and we can actually get to know what leaders from the industries are thinking, what they are working on currently, what's the research going on in the industry. So I'm using LinkedIn very often these days.
Okay, got it. So can you help me understand how will you improve LinkedIn endorsement feature?
LinkedIn endorsement.
Yes.
Okay, so endorsement is when, if I have to give some reviews to you, if I have worked with you and all, right?
No, that's recommendation.
Oh, okay. Then what is endorsement? I'm missing. So,
Endorsement is something that, if you have worked with that person quite long, and if you admire his or her skills related to work, like he's good in Excel or good in business analysis or product
okay,
management, so you can,
mhm,
endorse that person that yes, he's good in this skill,
okay,
and
yeah.
I'm kind of adding value to his profile by endorsing him.
Okay, so uh, okay. So let's say I'm working as a product manager for XYZ company. Okay, and I have different skill sets like product road mapping, uh, UAT, PRD, let's say just three. Okay, and I have around 2 years of work experience, and uh, currently it's just we can see three peoples have recommended or endorsed for this feature, for this skill set, to Arun, and this type of thing. So what we can do, uh, we can have a, we can change it to the color profile, like could be yellow, blue, and green. Yellow is something one or two people has have one or two people have endorsed Arun for PRD skill set. And again, going forward, okay, in 2 years, yeah, one or two people have, if there are like three or four people who have endorsed Arun for PRD skill set, they can, the color changes to blue, and if more than five, then changes to green. Now, this can have different different criteria, like based on the work experience and how many people Arun has worked upon, or the total number of people who have endorsed to Arun on different skill sets. Let's say 10 people have endorsed on three different skill sets. So which one has, which skill set has, more endorsement, that can have the higher color, or let's say green, blue, or yellow. So in that way, we can, it will be a good visibility to the others when they go into the profile and see where this guy is doing good in which feature.
Okay, so do you think adding color will bring more value?
Uh, yes, I think adding color would bring more value because people believe much more on the visual representation of any data, rather than going on the numbers. If I have two data sets, and if I'll see numbers rather than, if I'll see color rather than numbers, I will have a good perspective, right? I will have good judgmental criteria. Yeah.
Mm, I think I'm not really convinced with your answer, because the thing is that LinkedIn is a professional platform, right?
Yes.
So it's not just like a Instagram where you have to keep the color combination settle over there. So
Yeah.
if you are adding more and more color, uh, it's rather, it will distract your users rather than adding value. This is what I feel. So any other feature that you could introduce over here when it comes to improving LinkedIn endorsement?
Okay. Okay. In that case, uh, LinkedIn, in that case, in order to improve the endorsement feature, and basically, if I'm targeting only recruiters who will look at this feature, or yeah, just recruiters who will look at this feature, I can have a in LinkedIn, I can have a benchmark for this feature. So for product manager, I can have a benchmark score of, let's say, 50, right? And I can, as a product manager in LinkedIn, I can put different yeah, benchmark score for product management. I can list down few features on that, and based on the endorsement which is given by the other users to a person, uh, we can have we can have a kind of comparison between, you know uh, if I have more endorsement on those skill sets, then I'm near to the benchmark, or I cross the benchmark, or something like that. Yeah, in this way
Mm-hmm.
uh, we can get to know that where the candidate currently lies, and if he's outperforming, underperforming, and we can have a basic idea uh, of how he is doing.
Okay, all right. So I have another question for you. This is guesstimate basically. So can you help me understand how many, I mean, the number of laptops sold in Mumbai or in Pune on an average routine day?
Number of laptops sold in
So,
Mumbai or Pune, or both?
no, you can take any city. So currently, I guess you're based in Delhi, right?
No, I'm Jamshedpur, Jharkhand right now.
Okay, so let's take example of Pune. What is
Yeah,
the
okay.
guesstimate for the number of laptops generally sold in Pune on an average routine day?
Okay. Okay. Let us understand first what is let's just have a guess, estimation of number of people uh, in Pune. So let's say I'm just having Pune's population as 10 crore, like 10 cr,
Mm-hmm.
and now we can divide it in different categories. First should would be students, second would be working professionals, okay, third would be uh, these two are the major population who uses the laptop in day to day life. The third could be housewives, or anyone, any other family member, right? So I'm just have for now I'm just putting my guesstimates on
Yeah.
these three populations. So coming to the first, students, student would require laptop. These days students are much more inclined, they require laptop right from the beginning. So I think, if if i if I'm not wrong, let's say after class 8 they require laptop. Okay. So okay, after class 8 they require laptop. And yeah, for working professionals, most of the working professionals either work on desktop or the company laptop. So uh, I would consider the company buying laptops for the working for their employees, in order to look at that. And for family members, it's usually housewife, or it's usually a housewife, or uh, someone who could be old age people, want to have
Yeah.
laptop for generic
I got the
purposes.
persona. So, the percentage of people, can you just help me understand that?
Yes. So okay, so student could be, let's say, student, if I talk about from class 8 to engineering or MBA, higher studies, so I can easily consider them as 50%, no, sorry, 40% of the Pune's population buying laptop. This is okay for every day, right? Okay. So right now I'm estimating in 1 year, at least 1 year. So working professionals would be, uh, I think 30% should be the working professionals, and rest would be 30% should be the family or household. So 40% people are buying laptop. So let's say 4 crores are buying laptop, and out of 40%, which are student, I would say, uh, yeah, out of 40%, I would say only 20% are buying, because rest 20% are either having a laptop or they are underage. And for working professionals, uh, let's say 20%, because they require more, and out of family member 30%, I would say 10% are only buying, just for example. So 20%, 20 20 40 50% of the Pune's population are buying laptop in 1 year. And if I say 5 crores are buying laptop in 1 year, that means 12 5 around 40 lakhs laptop in 1 month. And if I calculate about the day, it would be around 3 lakhs, 3 to 4 lakh laptop in a day. I think that's a quite high number.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So my last question to you, I mean, right now you're working in a team, right? In a, I mean, with development, QA team, and architect design. So, how will you deal with a difficult team member if you ever come across such person?
Okay, difficult team member, dealing with a difficult team members, it mainly requires to understand the pain points. Why it is it something which they are not getting, or is it something which they are not able to work upon? So if I have such situations, I will first try to understand what is their pain points. Second thing, I would like to understand if the requirement or work which is given to them is out of their scope, or they need some helping hands, or extra uh, need assistant to work on that, or do they have any personal issues or personal grudges with any of the management uh, team, any management team, or any of their peers. So it's basically just talk to them personally and try to get those impedance get to try to resolve their problems.
Okay, okay, understood. So, Arun, with this, we will conclude today's interview. So,